When you consider Hawaii Volcanoes National Park, you might think that Kilauea crater itself has had the highest recorded lava fountains in the park. It may be surprising to know that the highest lava fountains ever measured in the park actually happened at a side crater known as Little Kilauea, or Kilauea Iki in Hawaiian, during an eruption back in 1959. Although several eruptions are known to have occurred in Kilauea Iki since the 1500s, it is the 1959 eruption that is the most recent and the most memorable. This eruption was 36 days long and consisted of 17 eruptive events, producing lava fountains 1,900 feet high, more than 4 times higher than the crater walls, and completely filling the crater with over 400 feet of lava. At its height, enough lava was spewing from the volcano to cover a football field 15 feet deep every minute. Before this eruption, the crater was covered with tropical rainforest and was 800 feet deep. This 1959 eruption is what created the devastation trail just off the Chain of Craters Road. Today, the crater itself is still cooling, but is now considered solid and very safe to walk on. Following a rainstorm, steam vents often appear around the crater. I actually saw one on the right side as I just entered the crater when I was hiking. I elected to take the more difficult clockwise route, although I passed multiple groups of people hiking in the counterclockwise direction, which is considered easier. A 4-mile loop hike descends from the crater rim trail through ohia and fern forests and across the entire length of the crater floor. If you take the counterclockwise route from the Kilauea Iki overlook, as you descend into the crater, the massive spatter cone known as Pu'upua'i appears in front of you. Then, just as quickly as you can say Kilauea Iki, you step from tropical rainforest into a lava field. Abrupt? Yes, but insanely unique. As you continue to descend, you may be treated to a symphony of birds, many of which I have never heard before. If you're lucky, you could see a Kalige pheasant along the trail. These birds were introduced to Hawaii in 1962 as a game bird, although they are originally from the Himalayan foothills, Pakistan, and Thailand. The early morning sun is ethereal, sun rays bursting through the trees burning off the morning dew. Heck, when I was in the middle of the crater, I captured a fog bow created by the morning mist sailing up off of the trees. Walking across the crater, viewing the warped ridges formed as the crater cooled, surrounded by crater walls, rock slides, birds chirping, and rainforests, is an experience to remember. Sounds carry strongly across the crater floor, and you can hear people talking or walking that are nowhere close to you. The crater continues to settle about 3/4 of an inch per year as it continues cooling. The trail across the crater is marked by cairns, known as ahu by Hawaiians. The trail is marked in different places by numbers, each describing a different event or process in the history of the 1959 eruption. White deposits seen in the crater arise when calcium sulfate and silica are dissolved into the nascent lava and precipitate out of the lava as it cools. After you cross the crater, a 400-foot ascent will get you quickly back to the lookout. If you head counterclockwise, the final ascent will be gradual. If you go clockwise, the final ascent will be steeper, although I've certainly hiked much longer and steeper trails. So of the several hiking trails I attempted here in Hawaii Volcanoes National Park, Kilauea Iki is the one I'd recommend doing if you only had time to do a single hike. I'm going to leave you now with some of the sights and sounds I saw along the way. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Just walking down the trail and
Pretty sure this is a steam vent right here. A little steam vent, I think, right here.